Can the project we're covering today really do a 20x? I certainly think so. Welcome everyone back to my channel, Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. And today I've got another video for you covering a project that I'm very bullish on and I think can do very great things in this space. Before we move forward, anything I talk about on this channel is not financial advice. Please do your own further research before investing any of your hard-earned cash in any projects. So let's jump right into it. What project are we covering today? We're covering Mina, of course. Mina aims to be the world's lightest blockchain. They basically use what are known as zero-knowledge proofs, and it's something which is quite new and innovative in this space. Not a lot of players are doing this in this arena, particularly in Web3. So I think Mina has got plenty going on its side, and I think it's something worth looking into. So Mina is basically using what are known as ZApps. A few people watching this channel, you might be familiar with what are known as dApps. That is currently what most projects use, but what Mina is working on at the moment is what is known as ZApps, which is something fairly new and innovative. And looking further on down, we've got a nice illustration here which just shows a bit about Mina and what differentiates it from other blockchains. So basically what Mina aims to do is to be the lightest blockchain. So if you have a look here, they aim to keep their blockchain at a very minuscule size of 22 kilobytes. When you look over what most blockchains do, they seem to increase with size as they grow, so they're bigger and bigger. So Mina aims to be very compatible and lightweight, which is very much appealing to most people, as it makes it a lot easier in terms of using the network, and it doesn't use too much space. So I think Mina is definitely an interesting project, and I'll just show you a few more things in terms of what I see as quite interesting. So Mina launched last year. I think it was probably around about April, May 2021. Let's have a look. So it was, so the ICO originally happened in April 2021. And that ICO happened on CoinList. So here what we're looking at here is basically the price points that this ICO happened at. So 25 cents was the ICO which happened on CoinList. There was also a private sale which happened concurrently at 15 cents, and there was a strategic offering at 25 cents. And at current prices, let's have a look. Current price as of the time of this recording is at 53 cents. So, you know, the price is not too far away from where all your private investors got in. And, you know, when you get in as a private investor, you're getting in right at the bottom. So when we consider where current price action is at the moment, it is not a million miles away from where people bought in right at the bottom. So just having a look who the backers are for Mina. So you've got obviously your big players here, Coinbase Ventures, you've got FTX, Paradigm is also another big massive VC, as well as Polychain Capital. So what I tend to do is when I'm looking at a particular project, I look at who the backers are and who's funding the project, because that's usually a good indicator in terms of how good that project is. And when I look at names like this, that gets my attention, and I think you should be considering this as well, because I think these guys tend to go and pick winners. And just having a look at some of the tokenomics. So at the moment, Mina has got a total supply of 968 million. This is not a definitive, from what I've read, this is not a definitive. This is the final total supply. There will obviously be additional supply added into the system, a bit like Ethereum, where they'll gradually over time it's inflationary. I think the rate that I read was about 7% inflationary, which is, again, it's not a lot. So really, when you're looking at the total supply at the moment, it's around about 968 million. So not a massive amount. And in terms of how that token allocation is split, you've obviously got your biggest amount here for the community, 35%. So some of this is being distributed as staking rewards. So the way that the token accrues value almost is basically by through staking and giving money to validators on the network. So this is where some of that pot will basically sit. You've got your backers again that we're looking at just now. They hold 20% of these tokens, and then you've got your core contributors here, which have got 24%. And then let's have a look here. So when the actual ICO happened, so to the public, what was actually issued was 7.5%. So not a lot actually. So this is usually a good indicator in terms of, you know, where this project is currently sitting and where it really started off. So it gives you a bit of useful information there. And one of the things as well that I was stumbling as I was doing my research was this website, which basically shows you how much activity is happening on the network. So in the past 12 months, you can see these are the top 10 projects that were highly active in terms of developers. You've got ICP, you've got Mina. So this is Mina. This is what sort of activity, development activity has been taking place on the network. And then you've got your big players, Solana here. You've got Bitcoin. So, you know, there has been a lot of activity. If we just scroll on down, we can see a bit more activity specifically on Mina, and how that activity has taken place over the last 12 months. So it's definitely something that has definitely caught my eye, and I think you should also do your further research into this token. So let's have a look at Gecko and do a few interesting checks in terms of how I've arrived at why I think this will 20x. So we can see current price, as we talked about earlier. Current price for Mina is sitting at 53 cents. And when you look at all the historical data, at its peak, so this was 15 September 2021, price was at $6.15. That was the peak. However, all-time high when we scroll over here is $9.09, which was on the 1st of June 2021. So you can see what sort of potential just for Mina to return to this all-time high we can see here on the charts here of $6.15. That is about a 12x. And if it was to go back to this all-time high price of $9.09, that will be close to a 20x. I think by my maths it's about 17x. So there's no reason why this project should not be able to do a 20x. When we look at just the development activity happening on this blockchain and what we talked about earlier, about that they're doing something very innovative with ZK rollups, you know, that gives me confidence that this project is going to achieve great things. Once they can start getting traction on ZK rollups and ZK knowledge proofs, once that technology starts to take off, I think they're going to be a leader in this space. And I easily see a $10 Mina early part of the next bull run. This should be at $10, and I think it will achieve greater things, even more things. So it's definitely a project which I feel is worth buying and DCAing into. If you DCA into it right now, you can get yourself 10% staking rewards on CoinList. So it's definitely a project which I think is worthwhile looking into, and definitely have a look into it. I hope you find this project interesting. If you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap on that like button to make sure that this video gets out there and gets shared with other people. And that's all I got for you in this video. Make sure you stick around and pay attention, and I'll keep bringing you more good content like this.